Xbox gaming for life.
Hello, I'm Jim Bronson Blake, and we're here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, for round 15 of the RDF1WC2017. There's Lewis Hamilton, and he's going to be one of many drivers who are going to have to keep an eye on their tyres out there today, front and rears. But then again, maybe not, as it's forecast for a bit of rain tomorrow. We've got the heartbreaker Lance Stroll there, getting a microphone in his face. Always loves a bit of the fame, they do. There's Marcus Ericsson, and they're working on Marcus Ericsson's side of the garage, should I say, and they're working on his car. There's Valtteri Bottas. He looks very relaxed considering he's 24 points behind Lethal Sniper, and he's going to have to claw that back over the remainder of the season if he's going to give himself a chance at the title. There's the car of Danny Kvyat. They're working on that in the garage, and Fernando Alonso with the McLaren Honda. Obviously, Honda has not returned McLaren back to the heights they once shared. And there is Sergio Perez, very focused on today's race. Pascal Wehrlein on his iPad. Don't know what he's checking out. Could be something to do with racing. Could be a YouTube video. Who knows? Over to Tad and Dougie for qualifying.
Thank you, Jim. Yes, I'm Tad Bennington, and I'm here with my colleague, Dougie Brown.
Hello, everybody.
We're with Rizaldo 8 here as he's leaving the pits. We're in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. What can you tell us, Dougie, about this track and what the drivers have got to look ahead for and maybe be careful for this weekend?
Well, Dad, thank you. And just to let you know that usually that's why we've got qualifying a bit later in the evening, so it's a little bit easier on the tyres for the next day, because tyres are the main important thing for this weekend around this track. Although they're going to probably get some respite tomorrow, as it's scheduled for rain. We've got ToastParabola coming out of the pits here. He's 129 points behind his teammate Lethal Sniper. Well, Lethal Sniper is leading the championship currently by 24 points over Valtteri Bottas, with Kimi Räikkönen in third.
Yes, that leaves Lewis Hamilton there in fourth, and then Rizaldo in fifth. He is 30 points behind his teammate, and we believe that it is a race for them to the end of the season to see who gets this seat at Ferrari.
Aye, that'll be interesting.
Now we go back about Toast, Dougie.
Toast has had a great second half to this season, and it's really allowed Red Bull to overtake, to catch and potentially overtake the Mercedes juggernaut in the team championship. Lethal Sniper has been ahead of Lewis Hamilton for most of this season. Lewis has not had a great year, and even Kimi Räikkönen is ahead of him at the moment.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Dougie, but Rizaldo is just crossing the line for his first lap, and that's only 11th for Rizaldo. Not very good for him in the Ferrari at the moment. Let's get back to that story of yours, Dougie.
There's this Mercedes Diva, which is a longer car than the Ferrari. It's a longer wheelbase. Actually seems to be struggling with times and setups for the drivers on a lot of these tracks.
Yes, we're with Toast now as he's coming down the final straight. Let's see how he takes this last corner. He takes that a little bit off the racing line, but that's giving him a little bit more traction. Although, is it going to be detrimental here? It doesn't look like it's going to be a great one, and he's actually slower than Rizaldo, and he's got himself in 11th place. He's 7 tenths down on the Ferrari. They both need to improve.
Hey, we're with Rizaldo now, and he's coming through the fast sectors of turns 5 and 6, and he's on the grass a little there, and he's on the gravel. Oh, that is just not good for Rizaldo. A lot of pressure there, signs of real pressure. And he's going to have to come into the pits and change those tyres. Thankfully tomorrow, I mean, he can run these tyres ragged. The rain will not be coming. The rain will be coming tomorrow. But that's not good for Rizaldo. We're with Toast now through the same sector. A little bit of a lift, and he keeps himself on the track.
Yes, a great bit of a lift there from Toast. And as he comes around turn 7 and 8 and onto the back straight here, he's looking good, but not better than his previous lap. So maybe there was an incident that we haven't picked up on the cameras a little later in the lap. It could be around this sector here, as he seems to be clawing back a lot of time. Yes.
I think it's on this same. Tad. I think he's going to be clawing back a lot through there. Same with Rizaldo on his third lap. And he's just lost it here. He's absolutely pancaked it. And there's only 4 minutes left of the session. I don't know if he's going to be able to get back in time. He is in the third sector of the lap here.
He's like Bambi on ice.
And he's down in 12th on the timesheets.
Yeah, down in 12th on the timesheets, Dougie. And doesn't look too good for him, really. As he's coming round, and he's got absolutely no grip out there, and he's lost some front ring. Oh no!
Real pressure felt from Rizaldo there, and he's not got long left on the session. Needs to get in and back out, but that doesn't look likely as we're with Toast here. He's coming to the end of his second lap. Looks like he's going to want to change his tyres and get some fuel. He's not got much fuel on board by the looks of his indicator down on the bottom right. Rizaldo here trundling back onto the track.
Yeah, he's coming up to the penultimate corner. Oh, look at this. This just shows that when there's no heat in any F1 tyre, it's really hard to hold it on. He's not even enabling DRS. He wants as much in there. And look, he's trying to get some heat into those tyres. I don't know if he's going to go for one or whether he's just going to come into the pits. His fuel looks okay. He is coming into the pits. It's because of that nose damage. Now, is he going to get in and back out?
I don't know. He's not got enough time, according to me, at the moment. And we've got with Toast as he's coming out to the pits now. He's got 3 minutes left. Looks like he's going to be safely round to be able to set one more lap. He's currently in 15th though, so this is a high-pressure lap for ToastParabola.
Yes, real high-pressure lap there for Toast as we're with Rizaldo in the pits at this point. Oh, and he's just getting ready to come back out. There are no warnings on the dashboard to say that he's not got enough time. I think if he gets out of this pit in the next few seconds, he's going to get over just.
Hey, that'll be real interesting to watch there, Tad, as Rizaldo really needs to set a time. He's above Toast at the moment, but Toast is out on track. Lethal Sniper, obviously, sorry, we haven't spoken about it because of the lack of cameras, but Lethal Sniper is clearly out there in pole position at the moment. Great stuff from Lethal. As Toast here, he's down on his delta, but we know that it's probably the third sector of the lap where he's really going to make up the time.
And Rizaldo here, coming across with not hot left on the session. There's 20 seconds. Is he going to get round in time? I'm biting my nails. This is intense. Is he going to get round? He's around the corner. He's coming down across the line. Oh, he's got 10 seconds. He should do it. He should do it.
A little bit of a wiggle there to keep those tyres warm, as you know, and this is going to be a real hot lap now. It's qualifying is complete. Toast will. We've gone back to a bit further back in time, and it looks like Toast will get round to also set another lap. And he's 3 seconds up on his current lap, though, so he's going to move up from 17th. This is an excellent lap from Toast. That's only put him in 11th, just behind Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, 11th just behind Lewis Hamilton. I'm just going to check the timesheets. I don't know if that's accurate as it stands, as qualifying is now over. The session is complete, and Toast there actually up on his delta time through those sectors. Will he go even better on this one? We've got Rizaldo here down in 18th now. And he's second, and he's 1.2 seconds up on his current delta. And he's going around turn 3 here. Sorry, turn 3 here.
Yeah, you're right first time, Tad. It's turn 4. And he's got some traffic behind him as well. He may be slowing down some other people's laps, but he seems to be going a lot faster. Oh, much better through this sector. He's not on the gravel at all. Rounds turn 6.
He's coming into turn 7 as Nico Hulkenberg goes fastest. He's a little wide and on the curb there, but he's really lined it back up as Felipe Massa going faster now. This track must be hotting up. Times must be kicking in here. Oh, that's beautiful round turn 8. And he's got, oh, he's just a bit wide on the curb. He couldn't get on the power as much as he would have liked, and he's lost some tenths there. He's 7 tenths down now, and that's a bit of heavy braking as Kimi Räikkönen goes fastest up past Lewis Hamilton. I believe Lethal Sniper is now in pole as well. Excellent work from the rookie. And we've got ToastParabola coming down here. Is it penultimate corner for Toast? What's he going to do?
Oh my, Dougie, this is so intense. Toast here, currently in 5th. Is he going to better that position?
Take a breath there, Tad.
He's 1/10 up, 2/10 up. Is that better? No, it looks like he's holding on to that 5th position.
Yeah, we'll wait and see, Tad. We haven't got any confirmation there as Ronaldo crosses the line and 15. It's only going to be 15th for him.
Team radio, Dougie.
I'm sorry guys, that was my fault. I just couldn't hook the car up today, and I'm really sorry. We'll see what we can do tomorrow.
Ronaldo not happy there, and that's Toast confirmed in 4th place. He jumped above Kimi Räikkönen, and he's going to be finishing there. I'm going to go over to the drivers now, and I'm going to leave you with Dougie for the roundup.
We got Lethal Sniper there in pole, Lewis Hamilton in 2nd, Kimi Räikkönen in 3rd, Toast 4th, Massa 5th, Hulkenberg 6th, Perez 7th, Sainz 8th, Kvyat 9th, Grosjean 10th, Ocon 11th, Magnussen 12th, Stroll 13th. We got Ronaldo down in 15th, and let's check those times. Lethal Sniper half a second quicker than Lewis Hamilton, who seems to have had a much better second half to this season rather than his first one. And Kimi Räikkönen there keeping the Scuderia Ferrari on the poles. Going back to the studio now for Jim Bronson Blake. We've had a great time here today, Tad and I think Tad's going over to the driver's pin now just for some interviews with those drivers. See you all tomorrow for the race.
Well, thank you, Dougie, and that was a great rundown of the top 13 plus Ronaldo, who's the biggest shock of this round. He is in 15th position. We're going to head over to the driver's pen in a moment with Tad Bennington, who's going to be getting some words, and it's going to be interesting to see what Ronaldo's got to say for himself. We heard him come over the radio at the end there. Lethal Sniper obviously taking pole position. Again, another excellent storming performance. It's a shame we couldn't get any footage due to the video camera faults on the Red Bull. Toast, Parabola, working his way back up to 4th, not quite getting that Red Bull front row lockout that they were looking for this weekend, but he's on the 2nd row and he could be in for a good result. He's going to be chasing his teammate down, Lewis Hamilton and Kimi Räikkönen in the way. We're going to go over to Tad now to see how he's doing and what the drivers have got to say. Toast, hello. First few laps out there, you were in the lower half of the grid. Then you pulled out a good lap to get yourself on the 2nd row. What happened? Did it all just come together?
Yeah, when we first went out there, I couldn't get the car where I wanted it to be. The tyres were not in the right zone at the time. Yeah, I was understeering and oversteering all over the track. We took it in, had the guys tighten some screws, loosen some screws, and
sounds technical.
Worked their magic so that next time we went out, I was 3.5 seconds faster, and just it was up to me just to tighten the lap and yeah, get it in a much better position.
Well, your team are now 44 points behind Mercedes in the constructors. Do you think you can help to overturn the deficit with 6 races to go, including today, including tomorrow's race, that is?
Well, yeah, at the start of the season, the Mercedes were pretty dominant, and now that Lethal's been getting more consistent high results and I've been doing a lot better, yeah, we're closing the gap and maybe we can turn over the deficit.
Congratulations on today, Toast, and good luck for tomorrow. Now let's see if we can get Ronaldo. This should be interesting. Ronaldo, 30 points behind your teammate Kimi Räikkönen, and now starting in 15th. Can you do anything from there tomorrow, and what happened today to mean that you were so low down?
Well, Dad, as you can tell, I got a bit of a cold on the track today. He didn't suit me very well, and obviously I couldn't get my times together. I'm really disappointed with today. I wanted to finish at least in the top 10, you know. But there's rain tomorrow, and I back myself in the rain. So hopefully I can pull back the positions. and close out my teammate. But as you heard me say at the end of the qualifying session to my team, very disappointed with today. I feel I let them all down. They've worked really hard this weekend. I don't really have anything more to say.
Just very quickly though, Rosaldo, any news on your seat where you'll be next year?
Bye, Dad. I'll see you later. Bye.
Well, that seems like that's the interview over then. Rosaldo, not giving anything away there, or is just very disappointed from today's qualifying result. He's not given himself a great show. He's had ups and downs, peaks and troughs, kind of reminds us a bit of Juan Pablo Montoya. Very fast, but not very consistent. Going to go over to pole sitter, leader of the championship, Lethal Sniper now. Let's see what he's got to say about today's qualifying. Lethal, half a second quicker than your nearest rival today. That would be Lewis Hamilton, and 24 points ahead of his teammate, Valtteri Bottas. Can you extend that lead this week? You look strong.
Well, Ted, I'm very happy with the car. The team done a fantastic job this weekend. This circuit was supposed to suit us, and with their hard work, we've managed to achieve our Saturday goal. Last week was fortunate for us, as Valtteri obviously had an engine issue and didn't finish. So now I'm in a fortunate position, and hopefully I can keep the advantage over him.
Yes, it is one of those positions, but with 6 races to go now, are you thinking of the title? You must be, come on.
No, not a chance, Tad. 6 races can seem like forever when you're out in front. So I'm just taking it one at a time and trying not to get too far ahead of myself.
Well, thank you very much. Keep your feet on the ground, and I'm sure you'll do well for the rest of this season. We're going to go back to the studio now for Jim Bronson Blake and see what he's got to say about this roundup. Thank you very much for your time this week. I'll see you for the race. Till then, goodbye from me and goodbye from Dougie.
Thank you, Tad. Well, what an interesting qualifying session we had there in the RDF1WC2017, round 15. This has been Malaysia and this has been qualifying. It's going to be an interesting race tomorrow with Lethal Sniper out on pole. That's becoming a familiar sight, and it may continue for seasons to come. We've got Lewis Hamilton in second with Kimi Räikkönen in third. ToastParabola's in fourth, so that's making up the first 2 rows of the grid. The big shock of the round, though, is Rosaldo down in 15th. How will they cope? How will they deal with this? Please tune in for the race at Malaysia, which is the next video that will be posted here. But until then, stay excellent to one another. If you like these videos, subscribe, give me some likes, turn on your notifications, and if you're feeling especially fruity, contact me on Twitter at Sib1kenobi.